Hi there, my name is Adam and I'm an international student from Indonesia in Curtin University. I am currently 21 years old and I'm studying international relations and finance. And I'm currently in my final semester and I'm going to graduate soon. So today we are going to talk about my plan in the future, my values and who am I and what have I learned from this unit that I took in university for my final semester called Enhancing Business Mind. Alright, so enhancing business mind really taught a lot of stuff, and it's not just me, it's basically a lot of people that I talked to in class. Because in class I was able to make not just 2 or 3 friends, I was able to make more than 5 or 6 friends in class. It was very amazing. I was able to not just introduce myself to them, I actually was able to understand who they are because I asked. Because we're able to move into different groups in which we do different activities, and these activities varies on different sets of skills such as critical thinking, agility, problem solving, and there's also communication skills. And so I would like to talk about some of these activities. So out of all the activities, my favorite ones were actually 2 activities which those are pretty useful in real life, because I currently work in an organization where it involves thinking, like critical thinking, and then problem solving a lot, and agility. So these activities are basically an activity which involved the spaghetti. So it was basically an activity where it's a marshmallow spaghetti challenge where you use 1 piece of marshmallow and then you had around 20 pieces of spaghetti in order where you have to create a tower. And there were around 5 different teams of 5 people, and then people are basically rotated to different teams in which we have to create the tallest structure with all just 10 spaghettis, tapes, and we have marshmallows. Alright, so the second activity involves negotiation skills, and this activity involved basically there are 2 different groups, and then 2 different groups have another 2 subgroups, in which the 2 subgroups are basically 2 different subcategories of people. So one group is a group of organization, which is the people who owns the company, and the other one is a group of the workers union. And in this activity, it involves people trying to negotiate their wages, their salaries, and then us as the owner of the company, we had to make sure that the wages is not too much, and then we will have to make sure that the workers are still employed and they're still satisfied with the amount of salaries and wages that we're going to be providing. And it was very messy, but then it was very, very interesting because it involves not just communication skills, but also agility and adaptability, because sometimes it's going to result to conflict, but then the conflict itself has to be solved when someone has to take action in order to solve the conflict and return everyone back to the same topic. So that was basically the summary of Enhancing Business Mind class. So the career employability plan. The career employability plan really helped me to actually explore more about myself, because it asks questions not just about what my skills are, what I'm capable of, but it also questioned me about whether I do actually know what I'm going to be doing in the future, and whether what I'm studying is actually something I really want to do in the future. But then the reality is, when I did the test, there wasn't really much change from the start to the end, because I feel like a lot of these questions have already been asked in the other work I've been doing. Because in the last 2 years of my university life, I've been working in a student organization called Isaac, in which an organization where it actually teaches youth on how to be a leader of their own life and then actually to lead students. But as I go up the ranks, these questions really something that ask me every single day. They really ask these questions about whether I know about myself, what my strengths are, what my values are, and what do I really want to do in the future. And hence, there's a lot of people in there who really wanted to change the degree. But for me personally, I already knew what I wanted to study. That is why I was never been the kind of person who would change my mind. But these questions are really something that is really helpful for those who really want to know about the future and what they really want to do in life. Yeah, university is definitely a career route. As you can see, there's a lot of studies there. I mean, some of these are actually one of the reasons why I usually stay around Curtin Business School. This is basically, we're in Curtin Business School and this is where I usually study. But on the side, I actually join organizations where I actually can make new friends, different people, and at the same time, I can also develop my leadership skills and my soft skills such as critical thinking, agility, communication, and public speaking, most importantly. So university is definitely something that I was really expecting, where I can actually learn more hard skills, more understand what I really want to do in the future and in life. But in university, I was able to learn finances because I took finance as my degree, even though I've never studied finance. And the other degree, I took international relations, which I've never studied at all in high school. I've never studied history, I've never studied terrorism. But it's really something that I really want to learn in life. So I took finances, not because I really want to go into finance, but it's more like it's something that's very helpful in life, because it's not something that you can just learn in school, and something that you just need to use in offices. Because finances is really something that you can use for yourself, for you to plan in the future, and for me to plan for other people, to help other people, because I have a really big passion in people. And at the same time, I also have a passion in international relations, because I want to learn about the world, because international relations taught me a lot of history, a lot of politics, and a lot of things that relates to people and conflict between people in different countries, because I'm really passionate in traveling. So previously, I've talked about what have I been doing in university, why did I take my degree, why am I studying, why am I doing what I'm doing in university, and what have I learned throughout my university life and the class that I went through, which is Enhancing Business Mind. But it's also important to talk about what my future plans are. So why am I actually studying international relations and finance, right? But I'd like to first talk about my near future plans. So in the near future, I talked about how I want to go to the Netherlands, but then first of all, I have to actually save up some money so that I can actually finance my studies in the Netherlands, because I want to pursue my career in the international relations. Because I am really inspired by my late grandfather, who have unfortunately passed away a couple of years ago, who have also traveled to many different countries out there, not just 20 but also 30s, because of his work as a diplomat. And I really want to be someone like that. Why I want to study, I want to pursue my degree in international relations, and why do I want to pursue my career in international relations? So, to top it all off, I'd like to send a message to my future self. So I know that in 5 years from now, you're probably out there, not in Australia anymore, you're probably out there just traveling around the European side. You're probably out there studying in the Netherlands, trying to pursue what you're trying to do. Well, maybe not as a diplomat yet, because that's definitely still a very far journey farther. But you're on your way to actually achieve what you're really passionate about, maybe what you were trying to achieve in life, which is to understand people and actually travel around Europe, which is one of your dreams. So I hope you enjoy your travel. I hope you enjoy your journey there, and just keep in mind that is one thing that really drives you forward, and it's something that's definitely going to keep driving you way further forward, or maybe up towards the mountain, to finally achieve that goal of actually traveling the entire world and discovering the entire universe. So lastly, to conclude about everything else, it's been a very wonderful journey in university, and also it's been a very wonderful journey in the class. And I've learned so much that I was able to learn all my values, all my strengths. I mean, it's not just because of what I did in my university or in the Enhancing Business Mind class that I have. And just my message for everyone who is going to be watching this video, or whoever is taking the Enhancing Business Mind class in the Curtin University, is actually a very good opportunity for you to learn more about yourself. But for those who already know more about themselves, it's also a good opportunity for you to actually test more about what your values are, what your strengths are, because you'll be meeting different people in the class, because these activities are not just activities that is done in the class, but it's also activities that different workplaces and different industries use to actually build up their team, to actually build up teamwork, and actually build a good workplace culture. So that's basically sums up what my video is for today. I hope everyone will also have this opportunity and have a beautiful day. See ya.